Hi, everybody, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Monday, the 27th of May, 2019. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Thanks for joining me. I'm using the Game of Thrones tarot for today's reading, and I don't think I'm going to be using this deck very much in future. I have watched the final series of Game of Thrones, and I'm certainly no genius writer or a film or television critic. But even I know lazy writing when I see it so blatantly paraded in front of me. So, yes, it was not good. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but that was my experience of the conclusion of this show. Very sad because the whole world that they created, it was based on a series of books by George R.R. Martin. And it's amazing. He created this amazingly complex world. It's very similar to Tolkien, who wrote The Lord of the Rings. And he also created this fantasy world. And it always blows me away how these writers create these amazing alternate universes and the amount of detail they put into it. It's just a masterpiece. And the book and the world that this writer created, it's just beautiful. So I don't know if any TV show could do that kind of thing justice, but it was just absolutely amazing. So let's see what the cards have to say here for today. So we've got big themes. We've got the Eight of Spears, which is the Eight of Wands. Then we have Death, and we have the Chariot. Two major arcana cards and a minor arcana card. The Eight of Spears is about news, information coming in. You can see a raven there emphasizing the point. In the world that they've created, messages are sent by raven. And these people here are sitting under the tent, and they discover that someone has infiltrated their country to steal the princess. And the news is received, and they discuss it here in their little outpost, and they make plans to kill someone and for more underhanded behavior to occur. And that's what this is. It's about the information being received, mulled over, and decisions are made as a result of this information, and that then has consequences, and it results in a plan to kill and to get back at people, plan for revenge, and a plan for getting your own back. So what this means for you is that information comes in, you get a lot of ideas that have a deep emotional impact. Spears are fire, the element of fire. So this isn't just dull, boring information. These are ideas and insights that you receive intellectually and from the real world, maybe through letters or emails or however you receive the news, phone conversations, anything like that. And you receive a lot of information that really gets you fired up and riled up, and you want to do something about it. And there will be certain things which may be likely to anger you, or things that don't work for you. So you may get an email from someone who demands something of you. Let's say you get an email saying you owe a parking ticket, but you know exactly that you paid from 10 to 2, and they're saying that you were not paying for the spot at 12:33 in the afternoon, but you've got proof. So you get a little bit annoyed that they're sending you this, then you have to get the proof. You send it off to the council so that you can get the parking ticket resolved, and that is the end of it. So that's what death is all about. Death is about putting an end to something that disturbs you, something that fires you up, and you draw a line under it, you sever it, and you close that chapter. In this case, they receive the news that someone's rescuing the princess, and before the princess is rescued, they decide they need to start a war and they need to kill the princess. So that's the decision they make. So that's the way they put an end to her life, and they start a whole war. So again, be aware that when you end something, that you make space for something new to come in, or that your actions have consequences. Let's say you're in a job that you really dislike, and suddenly you're sitting there at your desk, and in the morning you go online and you check the news, or you check other working websites, and you see the dream job, and it's like, wow, it's immediately come in, it hits a huge emotional nerve, and you're like, this is the absolute dream job that I need to have. You apply for it, you get it. That means that your existing job will have to come to an end, has consequences, and you end up in something that you're much more passionate about. And you do that because you're not afraid to transition from one thing to the next. You may think that's really easy. Well, of course, if I find the dream job, of course I'm going to leave it and pursue the dream job and quit this job that I despise. But what if you're in a family business and you are expected to work in the family restaurant, and you see this dream job that will take you out of the country and that you've really, really longed for? That makes it more complicated, and it brings in a lot of other kind of news, which will be, if I take this job, then mom and dad are going to be upset because they won't have anyone helping out at the restaurant. So that will cause a certain ending, in the sense that I don't work for my parents anymore, but also it will change the relationship. It won't kill the relationship, but there may be an ending, in the sense that, first of all, I don't see them every day. Maybe they will feel betrayed that I've let them down. This is a family business. It's been run for generations, and now I'm choosing to do something else. And that may mean that the business dies because I'm the only heir. I'm the only child that they had. And if I don't continue the business, then and bring my future husband or wife into it and our children into it, then the business is going to die. So it has consequences. And if you're in that situation, then you've got to make a choice to either let something go or to stay in something that you dislike. So let's say you don't want to complicate things for your family and you want to be loyal to family. You say, I found the dream job, but I'm going to let that go. I'm not going to leave this situation because I owe it to family. That will mean that you don't find the success you're looking for. This day is about listening to the inflammatory information that comes in. And by inflammatory, I mean that it causes an emotional reaction in you. So you'll get something that really makes you go, whoa, okay, I have to act on this. If you decide to put an end to a situation which either troubles you or which annoys you or causes you problems, and you decide, I'm cutting this off, I'm finishing it, then you will be successful and victorious, because that's what the chariot means. The chariot is triumph. It's about riding into the future and being successful and victorious. In this case, it's Daenerys sitting on the back of this dragon, and the dragon is roaring, and all of these Dothraki riders are saying, hooray, you're our new boss and we're going to follow you. And this is the way she wins them over, by showing them that she's got this amazing dragon and that she has huge power. And that's why they follow her, because in their culture, they always follow the person who seems to be the strongest. See, he really created this amazing universe where people, even different cultures have different rules of how they're run. Some are democracies, some are run like this in terms of just strength. Others are very kind of medieval systems where it's bloodlines and heirs and things like that, monarchies. So here it says that if you resolve your problems and if you decide to put an end to things which don't serve you anymore and which don't fit into your life, that you become more empowered, that you succeed, that you make space for wonderful, positive things to come into your life, and that you're really on your way to triumph and victory and success. And even though it may feel risky and it may feel unpleasant, saying no more of this, no thank you, we're closing this off, and it may cause some problems, ultimately, once that's done, you're looking at victory and you're not looking back. You're looking to the future and you're looking over here in terms of success and fulfillment in work and helping other people and doing what you've always dreamt of doing. So there's a decision to make today. There are lots of ideas that come in, so you're not going to have a shortage of ideas and dreams and information. It just depends on what you do with that information. And if you're brave and if you're true and honest to yourself and authentic to yourself, and no one can tell you what to do. You know, in that case with the restaurant, no one can tell you whether you're going to choose family over your personal desires, and no one can make that decision for you. It's your decision. So there is something that wants to be addressed, and the card is saying that if you approach it in this certain way, then you'll be successful and you'll triumph and you will move forward into things that you couldn't even imagine, because you've now made space for wonderful things to enter your life. So number-wise, we've got death, which is 13. And the chariot is 7. So that's 20. And 8 is 28. 2 and 8 is 10. 10 reduces to 1 in numerology. And 1 is about being independent. It's like Aries in astrology. It's about saying, I'm the boss. I make the decisions. Solo. Me. Alone. Individual. I decide which way I'm going to go. Everything is my decision. It's down to me. I'm the one who overcomes obstacles. This is not a group effort. This is not a team sport. It's me by myself, stripped down to the very basics, and I'm going to decide the way things are going to progress and the way things are going to happen in my life. In the tarot, again, number 1 is the magician. So the magician is the person who listens to his inner guidance or the guidance from the higher realms, and he creates magic on planet Earth by taking action. And that's what you can do today. You can listen to the guidance that you get, act on it, and create magic and triumph and success in your own life by just being honest and authentic and listening to that inner voice and following what it tells you to do. So have a wonderful day. It certainly isn't going to be dull. It looks like an amazing day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. In my personal readings, I use the tarot, I use astrology and numerology. If you have any questions about your vocational aptitudes or what you should be doing work-wise, where you ought to be living, what the next right step is on your journey, what your soul purpose is, your life mission, why you're here, where you've been in past lifetimes, what's happening for you in love and money and inheritance, health, any questions you may have at all. If you would like to speak to me about any of those things, I can help you by drawing up your birth chart and using the tarot. The birth chart I draw up by using your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, order a rectification with me. I can work out the time of birth. Once I have the chart, I can literally see everything about you and answer all of your questions. So if you are interested in a reading with me, then go to the website, gregoryscott.com, and order your reading there. Please subscribe to this channel if you like my videos and also share them. Have a wonderful start to the week, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.